Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, think for a second about how how you actually use the internet day to day.
Hmm.
Are you still wading through pages of search results,
Yeah.
jumping between tabs,
Yeah.
that feeling, right? Trying to piece everything together?
Yeah, that digital overwhelm, it's familiar.
Exactly.
Huh.
But what if your browser itself could change? Like become this smart assistant that kind of gets what you need and just cuts through all that noise.
Okay, interesting premise.
Well, that's pretty much the future we're diving into today. We're looking at Perplexity AI's new thing, the Comet browser.
Right.
And this isn't just, a minor update. They're positioning it as a real AI-powered challenge to the big guys, like Google Chrome.
A bold move.
Totally. So we're going to unpack what makes Comet different, look at its most interesting features, see how it's actually doing in early tests, and think about what this all means for browsing and the whole competitive scene.
And I think our mission here really is to get under the hood of Perplexity's big idea, what they're calling cognition-based interaction with the web.
Cognition-based interaction.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's fundamentally different from how we've always done it, right? Which is just navigation-based browsing, point and click.
Right.
So we'll explore the strategy behind that shift, the big picture moves, but also the finer details from the sources we've looked at.
Okay, so let's peel back those layers then. What is Comet, actually? How does it change things right from the start?
Mm-hmm.
My understanding is, okay, it's built on Chromium, so it should feel kind of familiar.
Yeah, that's the base. Makes sense for compatibility.
But the goal is to weave AI into, like, almost everything you do while browsing. And right now, it's only for Perplexity Max subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
which I hear is kind of steep, like $200 a month.
Yeah, it's the reported price for Max, plus some early access users getting a look, so not widely available yet.
Okay, but here's the really interesting bit, the core change.
Hmm.
Comet isn't just layering AI on top.
Right.
It actually swaps out Google's search results page
The whole.
with Perplexity's own AI answer engine.
Hmm.
So what does that actually mean for you using it?
Well, this is where that cognition-based interaction idea really comes into play. It's striking.
Okay.
Instead of you getting that long list of blue links you have to click through and figure out,
Yeah, the usual chore.
the browser tries to understand your question, your intent, and just give you a curated answer directly. Like, here's the information you need, synthesize.
I see. With sources,
Yeah,
presumably.
yeah, with relevant source links. But the aim is to give you the answer, not just the path to maybe finding it. It's trying to be more like that personal digital assistant.
So less finding links, more understanding information. The AI helps you process them.
Exactly, trying to save you that mental energy on every single query.
And speaking of that assistant idea, one of maybe the game-changing features is this integrated AI assistant. It sits in a sidebar.
Right, always accessible.
And it's not just some generic chatbot you pop open. It's meant to be really contextual, right? Aware of what you're doing.
That's the key part, contextual.
So imagine this. You're on any web page. The assistant can apparently analyze it.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be good at quick tasks like summarizing a long article you don't have time for, describing images, or even giving you the gist of a YouTube video without watching the whole thing.
But that could be genuinely useful for research.
Totally. And, for anyone who does online shopping or research, it can compare products across different tabs without you having to copy and paste stuff back and forth.
Okay, that sounds potentially amazing. That friction point is real.
Right. But it's aiming even higher, trying to automate some really mundane stuff.
Like what?
Well, reportedly, composing and sending emails, managing your browser tabs, which, let's be honest, can get out of control.
Tell me about it.
Helping you unsubscribe from annoying promo emails, maybe even handling LinkedIn connection requests if they meet certain criteria you set.
Wow, okay. That's reaching quite far into daily workflow automation.
It is. But
Yeah.
there's a catch, isn't there, based on the early feedback?
Yeah, and this is a really critical point that keeps coming up with AI tools, I find. While these features, they do work,
Okay.
the feedback from early users is that they often take longer than just doing it yourself manually, especially for the simpler things.
Longer. Really?
Yep.
So it's not actually faster to have the AI compose a simple email?
Apparently not always, no. Which really brings up that crucial balance, doesn't it, between the promise of automation and, well, actual efficiency.
Yeah. If it's slower, why bother changing your habit?
Exactly. What's the real pull? It makes you question the current state of these AI agents for just, Common tasks. Are they ready for prime time efficiency-wise?
That's a really good point about efficiency. Maybe it's a case of crawl before you walk.
Yippee.
Because even if some simple tasks are slower now, Comet seems to be shooting for something much bigger with this. Take control mode.
Ah, yes, the agentic
Oh.
capabilities.
Right. You prompt it with, take control of my browser,
Hmm.
and then what happens? It unlocks these advanced abilities where the AI doesn't just help you, it like takes the wheel.
Pretty much. It can autonomously perform a sequence of actions on a website. Click here, type this, select that. Almost like a really smart macro, but more adaptable, navigating and interacting for you.
Okay, so what did the tests show? Did it work?
Well, mixed results, which is maybe not surprising at this stage.
Uh-huh.
For instance, it reportedly managed to complete an Amazon purchase successfully, selecting shipping, payment, confirming the order, the whole flow.
Okay, that's pretty complex. Buying something involves multiple steps, security.
It does. But then it apparently struggled with other things that seem maybe just as complex, like booking a restaurant.
It struggled with a restaurant booking. How?
Sometimes it would apparently enter placeholder information, like fake details, instead of the actual user's information.
Huh. So it can buy stuff on Amazon but messes up a dinner reservation?
Yeah.
That actually sounds weirdly human in a way.
Huh, maybe. But it definitely highlights the complexity, right? The unpredictable nature of different websites and tasks for current AI.
Yeah. So what are the broader implications of that? Promise versus reality.
Well, stepping back, I think it shows exactly that. Immense promise, sure, these agents can do complex things, but also the very real limitations right now.
Hmm.
And Perplexity's spokesperson, Jesse Dwyer, basically acknowledged this, saying it reflects the limits of the underlying AI models themselves, not necessarily a specific flaw in the browser.
So it's the state of AI today, essentially.
Pretty much. It shows us where the tech is and, frankly, how far it still needs to go to handle that messy, open-ended human stuff reliably.
Right. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the battlefield here, the browser market.
Yeah, the context is crucial.
Google Chrome, it's the behemoth, right? Something like 68% of the global market share.
That's the number, yeah.
Yeah.
Around 3.45 billion users. It's staggering. Just completely dominant.
So Perplexity CEO, Ervin Srinivasan, he's been pretty vocal, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Comet is a direct shot at Google.
Absolutely, no bones about it. And apparently this move came after Google refused to offer Perplexity as a default search engine option in Chrome.
Ah, okay. So if you can't join them, beat them. Or try to, anyway. Build your own front door.
Seems like it. Classic Silicon Valley move, really. Build your own path when the main gate is closed.
And it's not just Perplexity making moves in this space, right? OpenAI is also in the mix.
That's the other big rumor, yeah. OpenAI, another huge AI player, is reportedly getting ready to launch its own AI-powered browser, maybe within weeks.
Weeks, wow.
And interestingly, they've apparently hired some key people from the original Google Chrome development team.
Ooh, poaching talent. That definitely signals intent. It feels like a land grab for the future interface of the internet.
It really does. And what's super interesting here is the why. Why build a whole browser?
Good question. More than just search competition.
Well, according to industry observers, yeah. Something like 51% of enterprise tech leaders think companies like OpenAI and Perplexity are doing this primarily to get access to first-party data.
Ah, data. Of course.
And to control that digital front door, as they call it, owning the starting point.
Right, controlling the interaction layer itself.
Exactly. And if you think big picture strategically, that position could be absolutely vital as AI gets more integrated into everything we do online. Owning that primary touch point rather than just being an app inside someone else's browser.
That makes a lot of sense strategically. Okay, let's get back to Comet itself. The tech side. It's built on Chromium, which you mentioned is good for users. It means Chrome extensions, bookmarks, settings should mostly work. Make switching easier.
Yeah. Theoretically, it should make migration smoother. Lowering the barrier to entry is smart.
It also apparently has built-in ad blocking. And Perplexity is making a pretty significant claim about privacy.
What's that?
That user data is stored locally. It's not sent back to their servers to train their AI models.
Okay, that is significant. Privacy is a huge concern, especially when you're talking about an AI potentially watching everything you do in the browser. That local storage claim will be important for trust.
Definitely. But let's circle back to that productivity thing, because that seems key for adoption.
Right, the speed issue.
Yeah. While it seems great at, contextual help and maybe automating some things, the feedback is still that doing it manually is often faster.
For many tasks, yes, that seems to be the current verdict.
So it sounds like the real value, maybe for now at least, is more about the browser handling stuff in the background. Like it does the tedious comparison while you focus on writing your analysis or whatever.
That could be it. Less about raw speed for every single action and more about offloading cognitive load, freeing up your attention.
Yeah, exactly. Let the AI do the grunt work while you do the thinking.
And this is actually where we start hearing this term vibe browsing.
Vibe browsing, what's that?
It's a term some industry folks are using to describe this shift, where maybe users interact more with AI agents, almost like having a conversation.
Instead of clicking around websites themselves?
Yeah. You sort of tell the agent what you're after, what vibe of information you want, and it does the navigating and fetching. It's less active searching, more guided interaction. The AI anticipates and brings stuff to you.
Huh. A more passive conversational web experience.
Potentially, but, and this is a big bummer, but for that to really take off, widespread adoption hinges on a couple of things.
Okay.
The browser has to consistently deliver real value, obviously. But just as importantly, it has to maintain user trust and privacy. That's paramount.
Because these agents need a lot of permissions, right?
Yeah.
To take control.
Exactly. They need deep access to your browsing, potentially your accounts, to do these powerful things. So how comfortable will users be granting that level of access? That's going to be a huge factor. It's a really big ask.
Yeah, that trust hurdle is massive.
Yeah.
So wrapping things up, what's the big takeaway here for someone listening? For you, navigating the web?
Mm-hmm.
Comet seems like, well, it's an intriguing preview, isn't it? Maybe even audacious. A glimpse of how AI could totally reshape how we interact with the internet.
It definitely signals a potential shift.
Yeah, a fundamental shift in what we might even expect from a browser. Moving away from just searching towards this AI-guided discovery, even if, it hasn't quite nailed that balance between automation and efficiency just yet.
It's early days, but the direction is clear.
Definitely one to watch very, very closely.
And maybe a final thought to leave people with. As this AI evolves, really consider how much of your digital life, your online experience, you're actually willing to hand over to an intelligent agent.
Hmm.
What does that world really look like, where maybe we vibe browse more than we actively search? What does that mean for creativity, for stumbling upon unexpected things, serendipity, and maybe even for our own critical thinking skills? It's something worth mulling over.